You all have seen commercials and advertisements about healthcare and why it should be lower and how people are having trouble getting their medication and whatnot. First off, by show of hands, how many of you know what this image is portraying? Raise your hands. And how many of you would like to tell me what this picture is portraying? It's a good thing I'm doing this thing. My name is Clifford Jacob, and I'll be telling you the pros and cons of single-payer healthcare. Single-payer healthcare is a type of financing system where instead of paying the hospitals for your medication and the bills and everything and such, instead you'll be paying the government, which will be helping you pay for those bills by helping lowering the expenses in which the hospitals use for like paper processing, bill processing, medication, the use of machines, x-rays, etc. Single-payer healthcare is similar to Canada's system of universal healthcare, but they're not to be related and you can have one policy instead of the other. In this speech, I'll be telling you about what single-payer healthcare is. I'll be giving you some insight on the general basis, the pros and cons, and how it will be beneficial to the nation. First off, we'll be talking about the pros. Kenneth Thrope, a researcher and consultant hired by the legislature in 2005 to assist with the analysis of healthcare options, have stated that if such a statewide health plan was financed using a payroll tax, the rate would have been 13%. That would raise $1.6 billion, a portion of $2.7 billion. The total cost of a state health care plan would be covered by the state's funded Medicare program. That means that employers who provide the health care could pay less of a payroll tax plan, especially if workers paid a share of the payroll tax, he said. Now that we know one side of it, we could have to venture into the other side, which is the cons. The downside to this is that doctors won't be their own employers, but they'll be also employed by the government. Bills will be condensed into an overall bill, where expenses will be covered by the government, but as the economy is now, it will depend on how much will be taken out of the taxes in order to provide the budget. In an article stated by Nancy Remsen, a writer of the Burlington Free Press, it quoted that she used a resource from Craig Filler, consultant of the Business Research Services, that stated that the losers are the low-paid workers, who are people who earn enough salary to pay for taxes, but they also have to pay for the medication. That wouldn't be an easy sell in the legislature, but there are a few ways that this will be beneficial. First, it will be easier for people to get the health care they need. People will be able to go to their doctors for whatever reason, and whatever reason they need to go to the clinic for routine checkups, follow-ups, and etc. They can then get their bills sooner, and because on less paperwork costs, there will be no need to incorporate those costs along with others in their patients' bills. The second point, it will promote over-counter use. People won't be scared from paying too much for the bill and their medicine, effectively getting the treatment that they need, so they will be able to save money. In conclusion, if it does become a reality, people won't be paying for extra expenses on their medical bill, but this doesn't greatly reduce the cost associated with the treatment, but will make it more affordable. As long as people know that healthcare shouldn't be as expensive as it is now, it will be more affordable and available for more people in the future, hopefully soon. That is my speech, and I hope it
Thank you. So that was about 4 minutes.